Oh yeah. What's up guys, this is Jake from your gaming news of the week. We got some big stories ahead of everything, but if new stories came out later on in the week, since we're shooting this earlier, I'll put them in next week's show. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2 gets dropped randomly this week. We'll see it on next week's show. Anyways, that's it. Let's just get started. In news that warms my heart, Monolith Games, the guys who are making Shadow of War, shows that one of their producers will live on forever in the game. Michael Forgy, an executive producer, died from a brain tumor last year, just around the age of 43. He appears in a Shadow of War DLC as a character named Forthog, Orc Slayer. Spending the $4.99 will nab you Forthog, who will on occasion appear to one-hit kill whichever enemy the player is up against. Michael was a music lover who played in a band with other Monolith co-workers and called themselves Orc Slayer. Forthog is, in all of his badassness, wields a guitar axe. Even the song in the video is written and performed by Michael. WB Games would donate $3.50 to Forgery's family through December 31st, 2019. Hearing the guys at Monolith Games talk about how much they loved Mike and how much he was such an inspiration to them all kind of warms your heart, and this is something great, especially for the family, and especially for the fans, and especially for all of his coworkers to look back and, you know, remember Michael for who he was. Not everything is all rainbow and sunshines though. WB was in some hot water about the small print in the trailer for the DLC, which revealed that they will only donate money to the family that was purchased from most of the states in the US, excluding countries outside of the US. WB has come forth after the backlash saying they will not make any money from the sale. Quote, neither Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment nor Monolith Productions will profit from any sales of the Forthog Orc Slayer DLC, regardless of the territory in which that DLC is sold. Now, we don't know whether or not WB Games is going to be donating $3.50 to the families from their own money that they make from the DLC, so the story's kind of muddy waters and you don't really understand what's going on fully, but it sounds like they want to make a conscious effort of still donating to the family of the lost one. They haven't come fully out and tell them their whole plan, but they really need to be transparent about these certain things, knowing that people will pick up on the smallest detail, especially when it comes to almost like charity cases. So we're still on the fence about whether or not they're going to be doing something good towards the family. They told everybody that they need to donate the $3.50, but they still don't know. We don't know how they're gonna do it.
What do you expect? You're at my house. I need to clean up.
Oh, and I'm shooting. Move. Have you ever wanted to play Xbox with a keyboard and mouse? Well, buckle up. Mike Ybarra has confirmed that it is still coming at PAX West this past weekend. He spoke at a PAX West panel this weekend and said that the support is, and I quote, definitely coming. Coming from WindowsCentral.com, he says, we have to be very smart in how we do that. We'll leave it a lot up to the developer's choice. A lot of people tweet me and say, you can't do this because of fairness. We understand that. We run two platforms, the Xbox platform and the Windows platform. And so when we bring keyboard and mouse, we'll coach developer and say, look, you got to think about your multiplayer pools. If you have a competitive game, people are probably going to want a choice to say, I'll play with a keyboard and mouse, or I'll play with a controller. So you'll see the first game supporting keyboard and mouse soon. I can't announce what it is, but soon. And based on developers' interest, they'll choose to do keyboard and mouse or not. It's a great starting point for Xbox, especially for the people that don't want to shell out $1 million for a nice, expensive, high-end PC. So it's good in that regard, but I feel like it's going to divide people on that. I feel like the developers are going to have hell trying to develop something that needs to work on both works on both controller and a mouse and keyboard on this Xbox platform, when originally it was just controller. I feel like they'll get the variety that they want. They can either play on mouse and keyboard or on controller, but it doesn't really help them in the long run. They really need games. The games should be on the forefront of Xbox, but they're more about the accessibility for all other players and playing it everywhere, I guess. And a surprise that everyone saw coming, Resident Evil 7 is getting a gold edition, and also on the same exact release date, it's getting 2 DLCs. Correct that, it's getting 1 DLC and 1 free story expansion content. On December 12th, you can play the free story content called Not a Hero and a new episode called End of Zoe. The Gold Edition will include all the game's DLC. Something super abstract and super interesting I saw on the internet was this game called Scorn. The game looks to be equal part disturbing, but intriguing. It's by Ebb Software. Scorn is an atmospheric first-person horror adventure, and the art direction is something so disturbing. Like if Dark Souls wanted to be gross. I find it so interesting though with the type of weapons and the type of enemies that you face, and it just looks so disgusting and like grotesque, but it's so investing with it. Especially if you're watching this gameplay trailer, it's absolutely like morbid. They are making 2 parts of the game, and if this at all interests you, I'll leave the link down below for the Kickstarter. But in news that doesn't look good, it's this game. It's a 2D fighter game that pits gods against gods to see who reigns over the heavens. You can play as not only Jesus, but as Buddha and Moses. Just something extremely weird that I thought you should know, and what the fuck, green light. Alright, that's it for this episode. Remember, leave a comment down below letting me know about any of the stories you want to talk about or elaborate on, anything along those lines. You can follow me on Twitter at Jasono_. Follow the channel, help us all out, share this video around, like the video, thumbs up. You guys already know where it's at. It's LuminaryTV.